Our good friends at Angel Studios. I love Angel Studios. Amazing new film this Holy Week. Phenomenal. In fact,
as I think about Charlie's life and how much of a support he was of Angel, it's hard not to feel so grateful for what he did. He supported us in our darkest days and in our brightest hours as a company. Man, are we grateful to have gotten to be a little connection in the multitude of connections that he made throughout his life, because it was so impactful to us. Thank you, Charlie. Love you. We miss you. We're going to continue to drive forward the good news.
There's a hot mic moment that is going around, and it's making waves on social media. Let's go ahead and play it from President Trump. Hot mic 185.
You know I cannot appoint anybody. Huh? I can't appoint anybody.
They're unappointed.
Everybody I've appointed, their time is expired. And then they're in default. And then we're losing weight.
So if you couldn't hear what he said, he says, you know I can't appoint anybody. Everybody I've appointed, their time is expired, then they're in default, then we're losing. Blake, explain this.
Yeah, it's what we were complaining about with Charlie, actually, just going into this fall, that there's so many nominees to important positions, that there's so many appointees in general in the federal government. I think there's several thousand people at this point who are supposed to be directly appointed by the president. Start with the secretaries, the undersecretaries, the assistant undersecretaries, just keeps going down, all the ambassadors. And I think in that specific clip, Trump was complaining about his U.S. attorney nominations. A lot of those have been sat on. So he has.
What's behind that?
I think in a lot of those cases, I think Congress specifically dislikes some of the picks, and so they wish Trump would pick somebody else.
That's a Senate thing.
Yes, it's all of these are Senate confirmed. The House doesn't vote on these things. The Senate wants somebody else, so they're pouting and sitting on them. I think there's a lot of that going on, and it's causing problems because there's a limit to how long a person can serve temporarily. The Trump administration they've tried to come up with some legal maneuvers around this, and courts have generally been striking that down. I won't get into all of that. But bigger picture, when this clip came out, you and I were talking, there's so many positions that have gone unfilled, where they've started to accelerate them, where they've started to do those block votes on nominees this fall, yet there's still hundreds of people. And so the example you and I were talking about was Jeremy Carl, author of The Unprotected Class.
Charlie loved Jeremy
Charlie
Carl.
loved him. He was really excited to get him into the admin. This is one of the nominations he really personally fought for. I believe he was nominated to be Assistant Secretary of State for International Organizations. I think he'd probably end up working with Undersecretary Sarah Rogers, who we had on this show, and she took forever to get in. She was nominated, I think, in February, and
we got
had a hearing in April. Only got confirmed in October. There's way too much of this. There's no excuse for us to have a Republican Senate with a Republican president with a time limit of 4 total years where you're guaranteed to have power, 2 total years where you're guaranteed to have a Senate that can confirm people, and to just be sitting on nominations. I am sorry. Ram them through.
Absolutely. And by the way, this blue slip thing, which is actually what that hot mic moment was about. I mean, Charlie leveled into the U.S. Senate. And listen, we like Chuck Grassley, but I mean, what's Chuck Grassley's like late 80s?
He'd be 90 by now.
He could be 90 now.
He's a formidable figure.
He is a very, we respect Chuck Grassley. Look, he's a great
92.
American. What?
92.
92. But we are playing in a whole different reality than what Chuck Grassley's probably, his memory, the world that formed him is long gone.
The world has changed. The left has gotten incredibly aggressive and expansive about what they would like to do. The bare minimum we can do is allow the person America elected to stop this to have his dudes
and by the way,
the admin.
JD said this. He said, we cannot keep electing politicians that are promising policies on immigration, for example, and then saying that the judges are just going to overturn this. You cannot do that over and over again without the people eventually becoming quite radicalized. What the people want, the people get. When the people elect people like President Trump and JD Vance to fix our border issues, to fix our immigration issues, or whatever, law and order, and then constantly this is getting sidetracked because we can't get appointees through or whatever because of a blue slip antiquated process, which is supposed to be gentlemanly and collegial within the U.S. Senate when they are weaponizing old traditions where there's no rule, there's no constitutional order,
there's no amendment
mandate,
that says
there's no
the blue
policy.
slips exist.
It's literally just a tradition, and that is getting in the way. Why this is so important, and we're just talking with the chapter president of UVU, and I'm thinking about Charlie right now. Charlie left it all out on the field, literally and physically, and in every conceivable way, to get President Trump elected, to get majorities in the House and in the Senate. We have that. We have what we worked so hard for. And for that to get then sidetracked and postponed, delayed, or completely blocked because we run out of time is an insult to everything that we did in the lead up to 2024. And it's an insult to President, to
and
Charlie
it's
Kirk.
self-defeating. If we lose next year, one of the biggest factors will be didn't confirm enough people, didn't get enough things done, didn't fulfill enough of the promises.
Absolutely unacceptable that this is still getting in the way. Abolish the blue slip. It's time. We are not dealing with a good faith
Abolish the
actor.
blue slip, ram through the hearings, ram through the nominees.